on Candlepin Bowling. Hi, everybody. Welcome once again to Candlepin Bowling. I'm Don Gillis, and you all know by now that this program is on videotape, don't you? We tape it sometimes several weeks before you actually see the telecast. It's always 3 strings of Candlepin Bowling, total pinfall determining our winner. We do our taping right here at Sammy White's Brighton Bowl. Now, our winner is rewarded with a trophy from the Ace Trophy Company of Boston. The runner-up receives a smaller but otherwise identical version to indicate he was a participant on our show. The prize money guaranteed is $1,150. $700 of that goes to the winner, $300 goes to the runner-up, $50 available to the winner of each string. And obviously, should they tie, then they would split it at $25 apiece. There's an extra bonus of $100 for a 400 series. The high-low jackpot right now is up to $325, and if nobody hits that 1-7-10 setup at the end of the show, we'll add $25. We do that every week till somebody knocks it off. A home viewer is up to $300. Now, we also have a certificate here from True Value Hardware that's worth $50. That goes to the outstanding marksman of the day. Speaking of marks, any combination of 3 in a row in the same string that strikes or spares establishes a bonus of $50. Then each subsequent consecutive mark on that same string is worth $50 apiece, just as long as he can keep it going. Now, for 3 strikes in a row, an additional bonus of $1,000, and each subsequent consecutive strike following those 3 would be worth $1,000 apiece. Let's get started, shall we? Right after this. From Claremont, New Hampshire, league average 128. Spare lead right away. 1, 3, 6. Oh, it came back. Not exactly the way he planned it. But that has to make him feel good, as if maybe he's going to have a little bit of luck today. There it is, spread eagle. So easy to get when you don't want it, when you're trying for a strike. But as you well know, by now the winner today will be on the Channel 5 Sports next Friday night, trying to leave me that spread eagle. And if he does, he'll be $750 richer. All right, here's Fred Spintig, Jr. He's our defending champion, looking for his 3rd straight. Everything but the 10, and a piece of wood rolling over, and is it going to go off? It did. So he has a clean shot at the 10. Didn't get it. Went to the right of it. An interesting aspect is that of today's match is that challenger, half was to right, challenger Steve Vadney is the 1985 New Hampshire State All-Events champion, and he defeated Danny Murphy in the finals in order to win that. Fred Spintig, Jr. is the 1983 Massachusetts State All-Events champion, and he defeated Danny Murphy to continue as champion on this show. Their averages and their various individual statistics are spectacular for Candlepin Bowling. For example, Steve Vadney's average is 128. Single pin to pick up the 4-pin. He waits for some wood to settle down. Ooh! It bounced off the foot foul line and just threw him off enough to miss that. This time, he delivers the ball just past that, and it's a 10. League average 128, high single 197, high triple 452. tough split. He's got the 4 and 5, 7 and 10, wood in front of each collection of 2 pins. Took the left side out. And the right for the 10. Fred Spintig has a league average of 123, a high single of 181, a high triple of 454. He had a 688 in winning his 5-string roll-off. Steve Vadney had a 674 in winning his. Now let's see what Fred can do here with the 5 and 10 and a piece of wood to the right of the 5. Yes, got it. Strike. Couple of big hits right now for Fred Spintig, as he's off to a pretty good start here. Both Steve Vadney, well, Vadney is taking a look at the scoreboard now and contemplating, no doubt, the spare that he missed, which was in the 3rd box, if you remember, where he had the 4-pin all by itself, and then he bounced it as he hit the football line. Scoreboard at the end of 4. Fred Spintig 48 with 2 bonus balls to roll to Steve Vadney's 43. Spare leave. 3-pin standing. The 3, 5, 6. No, he missed it as he missed the 3 and got the 6. And that's, you only have to be off but a 1/4 of an inch. In this game, got the 5. The 3 is still there, which was supposed to be the object pin. Four, 5, 7, and a little piece of wood that's half in the gutter and half up against the 7. Oh, yes, it worked. It worked. He used that piece of wood off the sidewall, and it came back and got the 5 after the 4 had been taken out of the way. Fred Spintig gets himself a 9 drop on the first ball. This is a $50 ball. And, oh, he missed it. There it is. Fred is employed as a shipper. He's representing the Canton Lanes. Married and has 2 children. Nice shot. Pretty spare. He just looked back here and rolled his eyes, thinking about the single pin that he missed, which really cost him $100. It's a 6-pin drop for Steve Vadney. He now has the 1, 3, 6, and 9. Made it. Made it look easy. And a strike on top of that. 3 marks in a row. $50 in bonus money for Steve Vadney. Now these 2 excellent Candlepin bowlers are really starting to warm up. Bonus ball. Fred Spintig gets 5. Object pin becomes the 2. He has the 2, 4, 7 on the left, the 6 and 10 on the right, and a little piece of wood between the 6 and 10. 2 pin. He hit it, and it appeared as if he hit it correctly, but it didn't quite go over enough to get the 6-pin. It's a 10. He had the 4 horsemen. The 2 middle pins have just dropped, so now he has just the 1 and the 7. Nope, you can tell. Even if I didn't say a word, if you were in the other room, you could tell that he didn't get it, just by the reaction to the people here. A 10. Okay, 102 for our defending champion, Fred Spintig. And right now, Steve Vadney has 2 bonus balls to take him past that. He is already at 98. And there it is again, the spread eagle. He got 4. That ties him at the moment in that particular box. 2 more. That gives him the lead in the match at the moment by 2 pins. And, of course, it's $50 to the winner of each string, as you well know. Now he'll go right side and get 2 more. And he left goal posts, 2 and 3. He was not happy with that. He knew he was going to miss the head pin. But he's wound up now with 4 horsemen left side and the 9 pin. Let's see if he can make this. No. $121. His league average is 128. He's rolled a 121. Is the 7 going to fall? It's tottering, rocking back and forth. The only pin standing, and it is still standing. Fred has knocked it down for the spare. This will probably give him the win in the first string. Seven is the fill. He's got the 3, the 6, and the 8, an odd combination. Made it. That was pretty. 3, 6, 8, an unusual one.
Big one now, Fred. Big one.
$129. Obviously, he has already won the $50 for winning the first string. And how much more is he going to get? 6 more. 135. 135. Good string. And so he picks up the $50, as I said, for winning the string. And Steve Vadney picked up $50 for 3 marks in a row. So bonus money is even, although the score right now is a 14-pin lead after 1 for our defending champion, Fred Spintig Jr. of Stoughton, 135. Steve Vadney of Claremont, New Hampshire, 121. It's the middle string. That means our defending champion leads it off. He's Fred Spintig Jr. He wants that 7 to go. Didn't. Pin rolled over there, but it stopped up against it. 3 pin is the object. You got 3, 5, 6, 7, and 10. Missed the 3. What a pretty shot. Man, if that had been for a spare, that would have been a spectacular one, wouldn't it? Eight-pin drop, and it leaves a spare leave on the right-hand side, which is the 6 and 10. No wood. There it goes. Spare in the second. Steve Vadney has himself a spare leave. And he makes it. Steve made his first appearance on our show just a little over a year ago. And he had a pretty good run. He had 1, 2, 3, 4 wins in a row, and then finally lost to Charlie Jutras. Six. He's got the 4-pin alone over on the left, and then the 3, 6, 10 on the right. So it's going to be kind of tough to move that 3-pin over to get the 4. He made it dance off the sidewall and come back, but it didn't go over quite far enough. Now, piece of wood rolling, 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 and no, it just came up and touched it. Not hard enough. 10. Spare in the second, and so as Fred Spintig comes up, this is a bonus ball. How about that? Can't have a bigger bonus than that. Not when you're working on a spare. Oh, yes, he has 2 strikes in a row, so we'll have some fun when he comes up again. Steve Vadney. Nice 10. Now Steve Vadney fires in the 4th box. He's got himself a spare leave. This will be the 3, 5, 6. And oh, didn't get it, which was a surprise to him and to those who are rooting for him who have come down here. It becomes a 9 instead. So we're going to take a little break, and when we come back, as you know, Fred Spintig Jr. will be going for 3 strikes in a row. He already has 2 up on the board. That's what you see up there, so I'm not going to say anything about that beyond the fact that he's waiting to throw a 3rd strike, he hopes, right after we pause for this. Here we go, Fred Spintig on the line. He got it! He got it! 3 strikes in a row, an extra bonus of $1,000. And remember, it is still alive. As long as he can keep the strikes going right now after these 3, it is worth $1,000 apiece. He has 3 strikes in a row. Let's watch again. No, no. But had that been a strike, it would have been worth another $1,000. However, he gets $50 for 3 marks in a row, plus an extra. Actually, in this instance, he has $100 for his 4 marks in a row and an extra bonus of $1,000 on top of that. And a spectacular spare to add. He's still another $50. All right, Steve Vadney on the line now. And the ball comes over but does not hit the 5-pin. And time call by Ralph Stewart. Single pin for a 10. Tough split for Steve Vadney right now. The 2-pin becomes his object, but he's got 2, and then he's got parallel wide apart 4 and 6. Now, you had to hit that, obviously, as you know, more on the left side to kick it over and try to get it to take down the 6 and then have the ball carry through and get the 4. So it's an 8. Remember, it's still alive right now for Fred Spintig for bonus money. He's had his 3 strikes in a row, but he's also had 5 marks in a row. Okay, this is a spare, and he has spare with 7, but it'll be a tough one to convert. No wood to help. He's got the 5 as the object pin, and then he has the 7 and 8. Oh, made it! Oh, baby, what a spare with nothing to help him. And that's another $50 in bonus money. So he's up to $1,250 in bonus money right now. And a strike on top of that. $1,300 right now. Steve Vadney has the 4 horsemen on the right-hand side. Oh, Steve Vadney missed the number 1 pin. And a 10. He's had a spare to begin this second string, spare with a 6 on it, and since then has had 10, 10, 9, 10, 8, 10. While Fred Spintig has been perfect with knocking down every pin in every box. That was a 10, then a spare, then a strike, 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 spare, strike, spare, spare, strike. Now Steve Vadney has on the right-hand side the 3 and 9 with wood between them. Oh, he knew he had to hit the 3 and he didn't. He missed it. Last year when he was on in his 4 victories, he rolled a 380, 405, 352, 383, and even when he lost to Charlie Jutras, he rolled a 377. Okay, Fred Spintig right now, 7 marks in a row, working on a strike. Here's the first bonus ball. And now just the 7 pin to pick up for $50 more in bonus money. No, he didn't get it, and he can't believe it. He went into the gutter and knocked off that pin and did not get the 7. He can't believe it. And there it is for a 10 and a 172, and he still has a box to go. already he is over 300. Seven, 8, 10. Two pieces of wood on the right-hand side. One of them near the 8 and the other one on an angle towards the 10. Obviously, he will use the nearer piece of wood. Try to kick it over to get the 10. Have the ball take the other one over to get the other 2. He did not get it. He can't believe that the 10 didn't go. The 10 was the easy part of it, he thought. A 10 for a 182. And where does that rank? Ed Zernike, 197. Jim Barber, 191. Pete Iannuzzo, 190. Jim Kelly, 186. And Tom Senemy, 182. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 better in the history of our show. And you know that that's a 27-year history. Steve Vadney. Steve did not get that. It's a 10. He has a diamond on the right to try to convert for a spare, but we know how many times the diamond wins. And it did again. Nine. Just an amazing display by Fred Spintig, and a very heavy money-making display, too, as he's up to $1,350 in bonus money right now. He's won the first string and the second string, as you know, $1,000 for 3 strikes in a row, and he had 7 marks in a row here in the middle string. So there it is at the end of 2. He's already at 317, well on his way to another $100 for a 400 series, and probably put himself in our championship show. Danny Murphy seems assured of being in that already with his 438. Okay, there it is at the end of 2. Fred Spintig, 317, and Steve Vadney, 223. All right, here's our challenger right now, Steve Vadney, rolling first in the 3rd string, and obviously not too happy. And when you come right through the middle. And just one more pin coming down. Okay, 7. Steve Vadney works as an assembler. He's married and has 2 children. I told you that Fred Spintig is a shipper, married, and has 2 children. And Steve gets a tough split. Waiting for a piece of wood to settle down, either to go into the pit or to stop. When Steve won his title last year, he defeated one of the bowlers who eventually went on to be in our championship show, Rich Pedroli. And I don't think there'll be much doubt that Fred Spintig is going to put himself into the same situation. He rolled a 395 in defeating Danny Murphy, but today will be his biggie. He's already, as you know, at 317, just going into the third string. An 8. His 182 to repeat is tied for the 5th best that we've ever had, with Tom Sammy at 182, and Ed Zernicke's 197 is tops, Jim Barber's 191 second, Pete Iannuzzo 190 is third, and Jim Kelly's 186 is fourth. Oh, a beauty. You do not often see that one go, the 5 and 10. Oh, great try by Steve Vadney, but the 7-pin is still there. A 10 box. There seems no doubt that Fred Spintig will also win the $50 gift certificate from True Value Hardware Store for having the most marks. And Steve Vadney does come up with a strike. Steve began with a spare, which he hoped would be a good omen, I'm sure. Rolled a 121 opener. But then things didn't work out too well. Strike for Fred Spintig, and that's on a spare. So he has an opportunity now to start another streak of bonus money. In the second string, in the middle string. If you weren't here, why weren't you? I'll tell you, you missed something. Because he, starting right here, had 7 marks in a row in the second box, including 3 strikes. Ooh, look at that, okay. The first ball gets him 8, but he has 4 and 5 side by side, and piece of wood right up against the 5. So let's see what he does with that piece of wood. To move it over and to get the 4, let's see what he does. Nope, it didn't go. 9. 10. All right, Steve Vadney now has a strike up there, and would he love to duplicate what Fred Spintig did? Make it another. Nope, missed the head pin to the left. One and 10, still there. Pretty shot. Keith Williams keeping score on that big scoreboard today, and Bruce Goldman keeping score beside me. Kind of a tough split. As usual, Ralph Stewart has been our lob line judge and referee. I didn't forget you, Ralph, honest. Just thought I'd save you. Especially because Fred Spintig was taking over everything for a while there. Don Riley's our statistician. Joanne Panto obviously is our secretary. And Phil Rubin is our producer and director. Fair leave. 4 and 7 with wood in between. Made it. What a day. He's already at 67 right now. Bonus ball to roll. Has not completed half of the third string. No question, I guess, that Fred Spintig is going to be the man who on Friday night on the sports on Channel 5 will be going for a spread eagle nest egg of $750. Trying to leave the two wings of the spread eagle for me by punching out the 1, 5, 8, and 9. It's an 8. No! Looked like a strike for Steve Vadney, but 9-pin refused to go. The single, he makes it. All right, a sphere now in the 7th. And a strike. Fred Spintig needs just 5 pins. That gives him another $100 in bonus money. He's now at $1,450. Another mark. Right now at 405 plus what he gets on the next, and he has 3 boxes to go. So I don't think there's any question that he's going to be in our championship show. Which way is it going to fall? It fell not the way he wanted. Now a piece of wood coming up and tapping against it. And another. Already at 424. Spare leave. It moves aside. 2 and 4 for spare. Yes. And that's 3 marks in a row now for our challenger, Steve Vadney, who picks up $50 in bonus money. Seven more. Oh, too bad, too bad. That was worth $50, as you know, but in addition to that, it would have given him the opportunity to be up in the 140s. So it's a 10 and a 132. All right, final 2 now for Fred Spintig. He's already at 424. And give him 5 more. And obviously that is really 10 more because it's counting in the next box too. Oh! He'll be ahead of Danny Murphy at a 438. And let's see, right now, a 9 box. Okay, he's right now at the same place. He's at 438 right now where Danny Murphy was, and he's got a box to go. Okay, that makes him 444 right now. Not quite. 447. $447, that's what it is. And another $50 for winning the third string. And a well-deserved round of applause and a drink from the water or soda he's got behind him. And a very tired man right now, but a very happy one, is Fred Spintig. Boy, he had a day, didn't he? Wow. 135 and a 182 and a 130. And as we told you, a 447. And Danny Murphy had rolled the 438. There, look at him. Now, in addition to that, in that middle string, in case you weren't with us, you really missed something, because he started out with a spare, and then he had strike, 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 spare, spare, strike. And obviously that was $250 in bonus money plus the $1,000, and he won all three of the strings, picking up another $150 in bonus money. So if my arithmetic is correct, he has picked up $1,500 in bonus money plus the $700, and obviously those were his two children who were with him and congratulating him and feeling very happy, although they're pretty young to realize probably just exactly what he has done. But in addition to that, with his 447, he has probably put himself in a very excellent position to be the top seed for our championship show, which means that you come in guaranteed $5,000 right away. All right, so we're going to be going now for our high-low jackpot, which is at $325, and for a home viewing jackpot, which is at $300, right after we give you the final score again. There he is, Fred Spintig Jr., 447 to Steve Vadney's 355. Right now, there's $300 in here. And all of these cards, just in case anybody's wondering, are guesses as to what they thought the total pinfall would be on a day that their card would be chosen. Now, what they have done is taken a postcard, which we have told them they can do, and we told them that they can send in one per day. Obviously, you know, like if you want to, 365 a year, I guess. But anyway, no more than one per day. And we ask you to include your name and address, please. Tell us what you think the total pinfall would be on a day that your card would be chosen, and send it along, please, to Candlepin Bowling, WCVB-TV, 5 TV Place, Needham, Massachusetts, zip code number 02192. Now, we also give 10 pins either side. Today, well, that's anywhere from $392 to from $792 to $812, because the total today between the 447 and the 355 comes to $802. So I would say that there's a pretty good chance that maybe this thing is going to go up to 350. However, whoever's card it is I draw is going to be rewarded, because they and any other person whose card I draw at any time will receive a couple of prizes. Today, those prizes are these.
Wilkinson Sword's unique self-sharpening knife. Stainless steel sharpens itself every time it's removed from its protective case. Wilkinson Sword's self-sharpening knife, it can become your favorite knife. And an Acromill 16-inch toolbox offers premium capacity in a minimum size box, constructed to carry up to 60 pounds of tools. Acromill toolbox to help out with all your home improvements. And Peterson's 5-inch vice grip locking pliers with wire cutter. Tremendous power in a small tool. Peterson vice grip pliers, strong enough for big jobs, small enough to carry in your pocket.
For $300, anywhere from $792 to $812. I'm going to get right near the top here somewhere and take one out. Won't make much difference, I don't think. Okay, this one is from Annette Lefebvre of Gloucester, Massachusetts, and her guess is 710. Okay, so it goes to $350. Freddie, you've already got $2,200, but there's 3 1/4 right there if you can knock down these 3 pins, the 1, 7, 10. Oh, okay, Steve. That kind of a day, huh? Okay, Steve and Fred. Steve, you come here, please. That kind of a day, huh? You can come that close, huh?
One pin left all day long.
You started off with a spare. You thought that, hey, maybe, huh? It's going to be a good day.
Had one break there, and I really didn't hit that first spare, but I got a break, and I said, maybe the brakes will kill me.
Well, son of a gun, you've had a great year. I mean, when you came on last year, you were on for 5 weeks with us, knocked off Rich Pedroli and rolled along. And since that time, you became the New Hampshire All-Events champion and raised that average right up there. I was going through my bookkeeping there, got another 400, and the way I figure it out, you got $700 for winning and $1,000 for 3 strikes in a row, plus an additional $500, $400 in regular bonus and $100 more for the 400 series. And that 400, 447, looks right now that not only are you going to be here next fall for our championship show, but you probably will be top seed.
Yeah, that's the only way to go, yes.
Well, I know, but it'd be nice to be there. You're going to be in the show. There's no question about that, right? And we look forward to seeing